YouTube, what it do? It's me, my fam. Welcome back. You new to the channel? Just call me Kinfolk. So look, today we're gonna talk about Beyonce. Now, Beyonce has some very sinister things planned ahead, right? The number one, the Queen Bee is back, right? They're moving. The Jesuit order is moving a queen piece. So you already know that something very sinister is planned ahead, right? So let's hop right into it, man. Let's see what's right. So we have seen Beyonce this month. She has posted some very interesting pictures. Now we're gonna break this stuff down, right? We're gonna break down why she's posing the way she is, why she's wearing the clothing, everything, man. This is a high ranking puppet, right? So best believe every time you see these type of people, everything is calculated down to the T. And I do mean everything, right? Katy Perry has posed this same way, right? And her performance on the Super Bowl, right? With the controlling the beast, right? And that's the same thing Beyonce is doing here in this picture. In control of the beast. It's all symbolic, right? Even though it's a horse, but we can see the symbology behind this, right? And this resembles the whore of Babylon, right? This is what this resembles, right? This is why she was on that red horse. This is why the horse was all red with the red background, with the red tiles on the floor. This is what she's resembling herself as, or this is what she's being depicted as, is the whore of Babylon, right? And it says, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, just like how she posed in that next picture that she did in Vogue, decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, right? So let's go deeper into this picture, right? Do you notice that she's wearing Saturn earrings, right? So now we about to uncover the fact that Saturn is being worshipped in mainstream media, if you haven't noticed, right? The worship of Saturn. Saturn and Satan, the connection. Saturn has also been associated with Satan, and this for numerous reasons. First, many authors argue that the word Satan is derived from the word Saturn. Second, Saturn is associated with the color black as well as Satan. Third, ancients considered Saturn to be the farthest planet from the sun. Being associated with the principle of good, note that Pluto was never considered a planet. Saturn is consequently the celestial body that is less exposed to the sun's divine light and thus associated with the coldness of the principle of evil. Finally, the great god plan, the horned deity, represented Saturn in ancient paganism. This half-man, half-goat creature is considered the ancestor of our modern depiction of Satan. They're talking about the Baphomet, the half-man, half-goat with the titties, right? Pan was a composite creature, the upper part, with the exception of his horns, being human and the lower part in the form of a goat. The pipes of Pan signify the natural harmony of the spheres, and the god himself is a symbol of Saturn because this planet is enthroned in Capricorn, whose emblem is a goat. And this came from the 33rd degree Manly P. Hall, right? Secret teachings of all ages. So we can see the connection that's being made with Saturn and Satan, and we can see why Saturn is the planet that they use a lot in the mainstream media. They don't use any other planet. They don't use Uranus, Neptune. They always allude to Saturn, right? Celebrating Saturnalia. We about to go full circle. Watch this connection right here, right? When it comes to festivals, parties, and downright debauchery, no one beats the folks of ancient Rome. Around the time of the winter solstice each year, they celebrated the festival of Saturnalia. As the name implies, this was a holiday in honor of the agricultural god Saturn. This week-long party typically began around December 17th. Remember that day, December 17th. Right? Fertility rituals were performed at the temple of Saturn, including sacrifices. Right? Including sacrifices. But remember that day, right? That this Saturnalia is typically begins around December 17th, just like the Pope Francis' birthday, December 17th. Now, we didn't talked about on all these sacrifices, all these rituals, you can connect back to Pope Francis. We said this already. We uncovered that, right? But we bringing it right back around, right? You might not know it, but the entire world has been worshiping Saturn for thousands of years. The cult has never stopped, and his rites are still present to this day. Saturn, dubbed the Lord of the Rings, is the reason why we exchange rings at weddings or put halos on the heads of godly people. This article exposes the attributes of the god Saturn and the perpetuation of his cult through in pop culture, right? As we can see, the Lord of the Rings, the rings, Sonic, the Sonic rings. You got to collect all the rings. When you get hit by something, you drop all your rings, right? Goku had the halo, the ring around his head. Back on the topic of Beyonce, Beyonce came out with the song Halo. The halo, the ring around your head. You think if heaven really existed, you think these folks walking around with halos around their head for real? Or do you think that that's just a silly depiction that has come in the form of mainstream media? It's for a reason. They giving you these things for a reason. They depicting these people, they depicting these creatures a certain way for specific reasons. Right? The black cube has also been used in mainstream media to depict the Saturn worship. Right? The Saturn worship, the black cube, the 8 points of time and space. That's why when you take the infinity symbol, it looks like the number 8, right? You take the shape of an hourglass, right? The hourglass is in the shape of an 8, representing time, right? This is what this represents. And you'll see this black cube of Saturn. They put it in Denmark. They put it in Australia. They're getting you used to it. You might not understand what it means, but they do. This is why you have to educate yourself on what's going on, because you will get sucked in and you won't even know what you're really worshiping. They done put the black cube in Manhattan, in New York. They got a movie called Hellraiser. What the man got in his hand? The cube. It says what started in hell will end on earth. Is that not what they doing right now? Right? In the Avengers, the movie The Avengers that came out in 2012. What do you know? Remember the big black cube that everybody was trying to get a piece of? Loki, remember Loki? He had that cube. He had the power because he had the cube. Come on, follow me now. Follow me now. Saturn, right? That ring around Saturn. I wonder where they got that Nike symbol from, right? Now, I'm not saying you got to throw all your Nike in the trash. That's not what I'm saying, but understand that the signs and the symbols rule this world. And once you see it, once you understand it, it's everywhere. Right? Look at this nigga Ice Cube. Bald head ass nigga in this picture. All of these folks worship Saturn. All of these folks worship Saturn. And they let you know that they do. It's not a secret. The GameCube. Remember we used to play the GameCube? The black cube. The new Xbox. The black cube. Come on, man. Fastest. Look at the subliminals. Fastest, most powerful. Come on, man. They putting this right in front of our face. They don't expect us to get it. They don't expect us to get it. Google. Even Google's sponsoring the black cube. They are resorting to the black cube, but back to Beyonce, right? Because we seen her take that picture with those Saturn earrings, right? Now we know that she just came out with her new song, Break My Soul, right? She just dropped this last night, June 20th, right? Track number 6, right? Track number 6, which happens to be her new single to her new album, right? Now let's check this out, man. Her new album that she has coming out on July 29th, right? She's coming out with her 7th studio album called Renaissance. Now, if we look up the meaning behind Renaissance, Renaissance means a rebirth or revival. Remember, we talked about this on the DDG video when it showed him dying. Right? But Beyonce showed you this in her music video. She showed you that she's been through the revival, the rebirth process. Watch her in this car. Jay-Z sitting here, he gonna light the car on fire. The car gonna burn up. She's still inside the car. The car burns up. Revival. She dies. Beyonce dies, but then she comes out on the other side. This is what they keep getting across to you. They keep nailing it. She already told you this years ago. Now she's coming back and telling you again with this new album, Renaissance, that she has become reborn, revival, rebirth, the rebirth process. Once again, right? Revival. Revival equals 35 in Gematria, just like the day that this revival album comes out, July 29th. Equals 35 in full reduction. Saturnalia. Did we not just talk about Saturnalia? Everything these people do, you best believe out of any of the puppets, you better know that Beyonce, if Beyonce come out with something, no, it's not a secret album. It's not a surprise album. No, it was a surprise to you. It was a surprise to you. This shit has already been calculated. Every step these people, especially somebody like Beyonce, every time you see her, it's going to be calculated. They already presenting her like a goddess to you. You're not going to catch Beyonce at the gas station. You're not going to catch her anywhere unless they want her to be seen. And the shit she wearing is going to say something. This shit she let out her mouth is going to say something. This is a high-ranking puppet. So every step she take is calculated. Saturnalia equals 35 along with Satan equals 35 in reverse full reduction. Come on, man. Right? Renaissance, 72, just like the Jesuit order in 72. Same cipher, reverse full reduction. Right? Also, the day that this album comes out leaves 155 days in a year, just like the single that happened to come out, right? Break My Soul. Also equals 155 in reverse ordinal. So that goes to show you how calculated these moves are. These aren't just surprise albums that these people come out with. Yeah, it's a surprise to you. It wasn't a surprise to them. How is it a surprise if they was working on it? This shit has already been calculated, set in stone. It's a reason why these people drop certain albums on specific days. You can't just drop when you want to. No, they got to get them numbers right. They got to get them numbers right. Right? Her birthday this year, Beyonce Knowles' birthday this year, September 4th, 2022 equals 55, right? Just like Beyonce Knowles equals 55. She was born into this role. She was born to play this character in society. Beyonce is one of those celebrities. Beyonce is one of those celebrities that was created to play this role that she's playing right now in society. She's one of those. She's one of those. Right? Also, September 4th, 2022, this year, right? If we add those up, 9 times 4 times 2 times 2, right? As in 22. Like if you write it on paper, like if you had homework and you said 9/4/22, right? That's how you would write it. So we multiply those properties, right? We get 144. Just like this year, she happens to be Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter, right? She happens to be married to Jay-Z in the year 2022. So her name happened to equal 144, just like the properties in the day equals 144, right? Because if you would have took the Carter off, if she wasn't married to Sean Carter, it wouldn't equal 144. So that goes to tell me that everything in her life is scripted. That's what that lets me know, right? 144 as well, just like the mark of the beast in the Jesuit order, right? Just like how she's a Jesuit puppet, a Jesuit control. So the numerology is going to be present in everything that she does, right? Also, mark of the beast, Jesuit order, just like if we take the day that the first single that she came out with on June 20th, 2022, if we take that to the day that her album comes out, we get 5 weeks and 4 days, 54. Just like, once again, the mark of the beast in the Jesuit order. Everything these people do, especially a puppet like her, the numerology is going to be at an all-time high. Everything she does is going to be heavily calculated. Right? Remember the Whore of Babylon, just like how she posed. The Whore of Babylon returns. She returned June 20th, 2022. Right? With that song, Break My Soul. She came back with that on the 194th day of the year. Or excuse me, with 194 days remaining, just like the Whore of Babylon equals 194, just like how she's posing like the Whore of Babylon. I'm trying to tell y'all, everything these people do is a calculated step. Everything these people do. Right? Also, if we take June 20th, once again, the day the Whore of Babylon returns, and we take it to the Whore of Babylon's birthday, which is September 14th, we get 76 days, just like the Whore of Babylon equals 76 in reverse full reduction. Don't let this shit fly past you now. Don't let this stuff fly past your head. Right? And somebody on Twitter actually noticed this, but they didn't really get it. They got it a little bit. They scratched the surface, but they still into the idol worship. So they didn't really see deep enough as they needed to. This person said, no, like Beyonce is so real. Album announcement at 12/22 on a full moon. And then her album release is on a new moon. ... So fucking real. So she's still in the idol worship, but she got it, but she didn't get it fully. But this goes to show you, like I said, every move is a calculated step. She happened to announce the album on a full moon, and the album release, Revival, Renaissance, Rebirth, is coming on a new moon. This is moon magic. This is what this is. Harvesting energy works the best on a new moon. These people are into witchcraft. This just goes to show you how calculated these moves are. But see, she didn't get it because she's still stuck in the idol worship. So she didn't really get how much this shit really is. Right? But let's continue. Right? June 20th, when she dropped this song right at the beginning of the summer solstice. She dropped this song for her reborn revival in the summer solstice. Right? Just like Beyonce Giselle Knowles equals 88, just like the summer solstice equals 88. Right? Both in full reduction, one forwards, one backwards. Right? June 21st, right? Which she dropped it at midnight. Right? Depending on where you are in the world, For me, it was June 20th because she dropped it at 10 p.m. But she dropped it at midnight, 12 a.m. Eastern. But for me, it was June 20th. But either way it go, you can't get around this stuff lining up because everything they do is a calculated step. June 21st is the day of the summer solstice in the northern hemisphere. The summer solstice marks the beginning of the astronomical summer and occurs when the earth has its maximum tilt toward the sun. For temperate regions, the summer solstice is when the sun reaches its highest point in the sky. Right? The solstices happen twice per year, one for the winter and one for the summer. So these are high satanic days. These are high ritualistic days, high harvesting energy days. Right? We already heard of the winter solstice sacrifice. Right? The longest day of the year happens on the day of the summer solstice. So today is the longest day of the year. Right? Because it received the longest period of daylight. It said about 15 hours of daylight today. About 15 hours, 5 minutes, and 37 seconds or something like that. So this is what goes on. There are 8 major nights of human sacrifice in the occult holiday system. Here's the winter solstice right here, December 21st. And hey, what do you know? June 21st, today. Hey, so I wonder what's going on behind closed doors. Maybe somebody will die in mainstream, but either way, somebody's dying today. They doing some type of sacrifice behind closed doors, whether they let you know or not. Right? But these are the 8 days. Here's another one on Halloween. Right? There's another a major night of human sacrifice, right? Around Halloween. Right? The other 4 nights are only observed, right? The equinoxes and the solstices. And if you add 6 weeks to each, you'll get the sacrifice night. Add 7 weeks to sacrifice night and you get the equinox solstice, right? 6 plus 7, 13, right? That magic number that they love so much, the 13 colonies, the 13 families, the 13 stars, the 13 blocks on the pyramid on the back of the dollar, right? June 21st. But you can even look this up on any satanic ritual calendar on the internet. Just type in satanic ritual calendar and it'll show you once again, June 21st. Today is feast day, which is the summer solstice. Right? Orgies happen today. Vaginal, animal, or human sacrifice. Any age, male or female or animal. So ain't no telling what's going on behind closed doors today. Ain't no telling what's going on behind closed doors today. Maybe they'll come out tomorrow when you wake up in the morning and you'll hear about a celebrity. Maybe not. Just because it doesn't come out doesn't mean that something's not happening to where we can't see. But best believe something's going down tonight. Right? And they're using their highest puppet to tell you that. I mean, what better person to give you than Beyonce, right? The queen of your world, right? The queen bee, right? Even look at this damn NFT that came out, right? The summer solstice, the dawn of Eris, right? This came out today. It's coming out today, June 21st, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. The Illuminati NFT is proud to present Summer Solstice, the Dawn of Eris, a summer solstice themed immersive experience celebrating the rebirth. How many times they gonna put it in your face of the goddess of discord? What did we just see this whole time? The rebirth, the revival, the Renaissance, Beyonce, the Whore of Babylon, the queen, the goddess. This is who they presenting this woman to be to you. Eris brings light, creativity, and reinvention to the NFT space through the devotion of her followers. Join us on this day of celebration. Together, we will harness the power of the sun to be truly illuminated. Tonight, we are fully awake. Tomorrow, we recede back into the shadows, keeping our secrets hidden once again. This is an Illuminati NFT. This is what it's called, Illuminati NFT. How many times do they have to put this in your face? Right? Look at how they pose this person to be a god. You know, no one is worthy of the queen bee's follow. Nobody's worthy of a follow from the queen bee. The queen bee, you're going to bow down to her presence so much that she don't even need a profile picture. She don't even need a profile picture. You're gonna bow down anyway. Look at the effort in the album cover. Look at the album cover. This is the album cover. Look at how much they have such of a God complex over you. I can put out minimal effort into my cover art. You're still gonna bow down and you're gonna buy it because I'm the queen. This is how these people feel about you. This is how these people look down on you. But you'll still do everything and bow down and worship these people. Nobody's worthy of the queen. Nobody. When I log on Instagram, I see myself and nobody else. I am the queen. I am the one. I am the god. I am the goddess. Y'all will bow down to me. Y'all will worship me. And this is how these people look at you, man. But that's all we got for this video, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this video in the comments. Leave some recommendations for any future videos for the future. Appreciate all the love, appreciate all the support, and I'm out.